Well, joining me now is the defence analyst and the security expert, Will Geddes. Good to hear from the programme tonight. So the latest news from North Korea is saying they can't guarantee the safety of diplomats from next week onwards. How concerned should we be about that?
Well, it's very difficult, I think. I think, North Korea has got a great history of saber-rattling and rhetoric and making various threats. Thankfully, in the past, obviously they haven't followed through with those. But it's the concern of not necessarily the long-range missiles that they have, but possibly the short-range artillery that they could launch into South Korea.
OK, let's have a look at some of this extraordinary footage that's also been released today. I know we get this every year from North Korea, but this in particular is more dramatic. This is the new leader, Kim Jong-Un, showing his military prowess, no doubt, with some of his generals there. Why would they want to paint him in this picture, would you say?
Well, again, they like to show a force. The North Korean military is based on an old Soviet frame of military. So it's showing as much weaponry as they have. It's a lot of grandstanding. However, as we can see from certainly some of the most recent footage, a lot of this equipment is incredibly old.
Does that look old for you?
Yes, we're not really looking at the most current technology that is available, and certainly the sort of technology they would be up against if, obviously, the US joined in the fight.
I mean, they've got some extraordinary pictures of missiles being thrown, or I can't even know what the expression is. You tell me, fired out to sea. It looks intimidating enough, it looks frightening enough, but what do you think of that in comparison to the military might of course, America or South Korea? It's no big deal.
Well, I mean, certainly if we look at a ground force, you have a ground force that is almost double the size of the South Korean military. You have a populace that are indoctrinated with a 10-year national service. So you have a reserve force of almost 4.5 million North Koreans that can be brought into the fight. But you have a population that is going to be almost enforced to join.
We also saw pictures from the United States as well yesterday with the amount of force that they've put down in that area of the world. What do you make of that?
Well, the US, again, are going to show a little bit of what their capability is. And as one of the targets being touted is Guam, which is a part of America, if you like, albeit a non-fully recognised part. And certainly there's a large US military base there. Because they feel that asset may be threatened, they need to show what they've got.
How is all this going to end, Will?
Difficult to say. I think it's anybody's guess. I hope that it will simply pass and it will be another one of those saber-rattling exercises. However, we have to look at who's in charge here. And Kim Jong-Un is a young leader. He's in his late 20s. He has an old cabinet behind him, an old guard behind him, and he may be feeling that he has to show his capability.
OK, well, Geddes, thank you very much for joining us tonight.